Do you believe you'd be treated better if you were a state and you had an electoral vote that maybe the president might want to win in an election?
No doubt, and this is the root cause of the problem, Chuck. I mean, I am very grateful that people have shown interest in Puerto Rico. I really hope that this interest spans just the recovery. We have to be mindful that Puerto Ricans have been treated as second-class citizens for over 100 years. Puerto Ricans are part of a colonial territory. This needs to end right now, Chuck. So my challenge to all of the leaders that are running in the midterm elections, to all presidents and aspiring presidents, is you need to have a clear position here. How can we as Americans say that the United States is a standard bearer for democracy? How can we go to Cuba and Venezuela and preach that democracy when we're not following suit in our own backyard? Puerto Ricans have chosen statehood twice in the past 6 years. It is the right time. The American people and the world has seen what a second-class citizenship is and what the treatment for that second-class citizenship is. Now it's time to take action. So I challenge everybody that has taken a position on Puerto Rico to not only do it as a political football, but if you really want to do what's right, take a position on ending colonialism. It's time to put up or to shut up.
Hello, YouTubers. If you're watching this, it means you've checked out our channel, so thank you. Now do me a favor, subscribe by clicking on that button down there. Click on any of the videos to watch the latest interviews and highlights from MTP Daily and MSNBC. You can get more Meet the Press content every morning in the First Read newsletter. If you're tired of content that you don't know anything about, where it came from, you don't have to have that problem with us. NBC News, MSNBC, MTP, and the Meet the Press mindset right here for you on YouTube. Subscribe now.